Gustav, during this last week, you've given me the courage to live again. It's as if your own magnetism had poured into me. Admit it, can't you tell?
May I see what you're doing?
Yes, it's a female figure.
Without a model and so lifelike.
Yes. But it resembles somebody.
Your wife?
Yes.
I would say that you've loved her tremendously.
Yes. To such an extent that I couldn't tell whether she was I or I she. When she... Can you imagine anything like it? When she was giving life to our child, I felt the pangs of birth within myself.
Adolf, my dear friend, I hate to say this, but the pattern of your behavior is becoming so... Well, I'm very disturbed.
Why, what of?
You're becoming alienated, estranged.
From what?
From your own truth.
But how can you tell?
Because I have watched similar patterns tear the body of a younger brother of mine who'd been worshipping his wife a little too excessively.
These patterns, what were they like?
Oh, it was dreadful. If you don't feel strong enough, I won't inflict a description of it on you.
No, go on, describe them.
Well, the boy happened to marry an innocent little creature with curls and eyes like a turtle dove, with the face of a Madonna and the pure soul of an angel. But with all these virtues, she nevertheless managed to usurp the male prerogative.
What is that?
Initiative, of course. With the result, the angel nearly carried him off to heaven. But first he had to be put on the cross and feel the nails in his flesh. It was horrible.
Tell me what happened.
Well, we might be talking together, he and I, as we are now. And after I'd been speaking for a little while, his face became white as chalk. His arms and legs began to grow stiff, and then his thumbs became twisted against the palms of his hands, like this. His eyes became bloodshot, and then he began to chew like this. The saliva rattled in his throat. His chest was squeezed together as if it had been gripped in a vice. His tongue beat the saliva into a lather, and then he began to sink down slowly backward into his chair as if he were drowning. Then...
Stop.
And then he...
Stop.
Aren't you feeling well?
No.
Here, drink this. Here. We'll change the subject. Has this happened to you often?
I've had attacks of dizziness before, but my doctor says it's just a form of anemia.
Believe me, it's only the beginning. It will end in epilepsy if you don't take care of yourself.
But What can I do?
I'm afraid you'll have to lead a celibate life.
For how long?
Half a year at least.
I can't do that. It would upset our married life.
I'm afraid there's no hope.
I can't do it.
Can't save your own life. Forgive me, but I smell defilement. Your life has become so fragmented in the battleground of your marriage that you become a victim of your own lies. For instance, you told me that you and your wife have a child in other people's care. Why do you not take care of the child yourself?
Because my wife doesn't want us to.
And her reason? Well, tell me.
Because when it was about 3 years old, she thought it began to look like her former husband.
Have you seen her former husband?
No, never. I've only seen a snapshot, but I couldn't detect the slightest resemblance.
Well, pictures are only pseudo things. No doubt he's changed considerably since it was taken. I hope it hasn't aroused any suspicions in you.
No, not at all. The child was born a year after our marriage. It happened right here in this very house. That's why we come here. And the husband was abroad when I first met Tekla.
Then there can be no cause for suspicion. Have you ever felt jealous of his memory?
Yes, it haunts me constantly.
There now. And you will never quite overcome it. Fragments of the past can be very threatening. Only gradually will you erase the pain. The art of memory is very insidious. A subtle destroyer.
It's wonderful how you resemble Tekla sometimes when you're talking. You have a way of narrowing one eye as if you're taking aim with a gun. And your eyes have the same influence on me as hers have.
No, really.
And how you say that "no, really" in the same indifferent way that she does. She also has the habit of saying "no, really" quite often.
Perhaps we're distantly related, seeing that all human beings are supposed to be of one family. Anyway, it'll be interesting to meet your wife to see if what you say is true.
It's funny, you know, she never takes an expression from me. She seems rather to avoid my vocabulary. I've never caught her using any of my gestures. And yet, people as a rule develop what they call marital resemblance.
Do you know why this has never happened in your case? That woman has never loved you.
What do you mean?
I hope you'll excuse me saying this, but a woman's love consists of taking and receiving. And one from whom she takes nothing does not have her love. She has never loved you.
Don't you think her capable of loving more than once?
No, for we cannot be deceived more than once. Then one's eyes are opened once and for all. You've never been deceived, so beware of those who have.
The laws of divorce are irrevocable. Besides, he was an idiot.
Of course, he was an idiot. However, that's rather an ambiguous term. And as represented in her novel, his idiocy seems mainly to have been an inability to understand her. Forgive me for saying this, but is your wife so very profound after all? After having read her first opus, I've discovered nothing very deep in her writings.
Neither have I.
Then maybe you're an idiot too.
I don't think I am. I feel all the time as if she were projecting her own neuroses onto me. You read this letter. This arrived this morning.
Handwriting seems strangely familiar.
Yes, it has a bold form. Rather like a man's, don't you think?
Well, I know at least one man who writes that way. My dear brother, she addresses you as her brother. Are you still at that stage? Don't you address each other more intimately?
No. No, if that happens, all mutual respect is lost.
And is it to make you respect her that she calls herself your sister?
I want to respect her more than myself. I want her to be the better part of myself.
Why don't you be that better part yourself, or at least equalize the position of power?
No, I don't believe in this modern games theory.
Do you want to place yourself beneath your wife?
Yes, in a way, I suppose I do. I enjoy the pretense of never quite reaching up to her. I like the jokes between us of her doing things better than me.
Then you don't believe in the games theory. You know what that practice is, sheer cannibalism. The savages eat their enemies in order to acquire their useful qualities. This woman has been eating your soul, your courage, your knowledge.
And my faith. It was I who encouraged her to write her first book.
You?
Yes. It was I who praised her even when I found her writing inferior. It was I who brought her into literary circles where she bathed in the praise of my friends. It was I who used my influence to keep the critics from her throat. It was I who blew her faith in herself into flame. And blew on it till I lost my own breath. I gave, until I had nothing left of myself.
Forgive me for saying she'd taken nothing from you.
She doesn't anymore because there's nothing left to take.
The snake being full, it vomits now.
She's devoured my faith. But it's not all gone. You've come and you've given me a new hope, a new faith.
In sculpture?
Yes.
Do you really have faith in that? In an antiquated art that dates back to the childhood of civilization? Do you think that you can convey with just clay our shrinking mini-society with its controlled madness and fractured feelings? Do you really think that you can convey an illusion of reality without the use of color? Without color, mind you. Do you really believe that?
No.
No, I don't either.
Only yesterday you said you did.
Because I pitied you.
Yes. Pity me. Because I'm finished. I'm bankrupt. No, not even she belongs to me.
Well, what could you do with her?
She would replace that God in whom I can no longer believe. I can't live without something to respect.
You slave!
Without a woman to idolize and worship.
Oh, hell. You better take back your God if you must have something to kowtow to. Fine atheist you are with all that superstition about women still inside you. Do you know what that sphinx-like, enigmatic, mysterious quality in your wife really is? Sheer stupidity. Look, she can't even distinguish between PH and F. And that means there's something wrong with the mechanism. Oh, the case looks like fine gold, but the metal inside is that of an ordinary cheap watch. There's nothing but the skirts. Just skirts. Have you ever examined a naked woman? Oh, yes, of course. A long-haired, underdeveloped man. A youth with overdeveloped breasts. One who is chronically anemic and menstruates 13 times a year. What can you expect of such a creature?
Look, suppose that all this is true. How can I still think of her as my equal?
Hallucination! The hypnotizing power of skirts. Maybe you have actually become equals. Tell me, she'll be here soon. Don't you think we ought to stop so you can have a rest?
No, I couldn't bear to be alone.
Oh, don't worry, the lady will soon come.
Yeah. Yes, she's coming. So strange. I long for her, but I'm afraid of her. She's loving, but her kisses suffocate. I feel like the child at a circus being pinched by a clown.
I feel very sorry for you, my friend. I'm no doctor, but I can tell you're seriously ill. One has only to look at your latest painting to see that.
You think so? But how can you tell?
Your color, watery, thin, pallid, as if your own lifelessness was showing beneath.
No, please stop.
Well, that's not just my opinion. Have you read today's papers?
No.
Here.
What do they say?
Read it. Oh. Would you like me to read it for you?
No.
I'll leave you if you want me to.
No, I can't let you go. As long as my secrets were still within me, I still had something to hold on to, but now I'm empty. There's a canvas by an Italian master, a scene of torture. A saint whose intestines are being torn out of him and rolled on the axle of a windlass. The saint is watching himself growing thinner and thinner, while the roll on the axle grows thicker and thicker.
Oh, you let your imagination run wild. Well, your wife is bringing back your heart.
No, she can't even do that anymore. You've burned her to ashes. You've burned everything, my art, my love, my hope, my faith. It's all ashes.
All were nearly finished before I came along.
It might have been saved. Now it's too late. The fish has been gutted.
No. We've cleared the ground this way. Now we'll sow the ashes.
I hate you, loathe you.
Yeah, that's it. Good symptoms. It shows there's still some strength in you. And I can lift you out of the ice entirely. Listen. Do you want to listen to me and obey me?
I can't face you, your eyes. I just can't.
Look at me.
Don't touch me. I can't bear being touched. I'm an open wound. Talk about yourself. Talk about anything, but not about me.
There's nothing to say about me. I'm a teacher of dead languages and a widower, that's all. Now take my hand. Remember that I too have been as weak as you are now. Stand up.
Help.
Now, walk across the room.
I can't.
Do as I say or I'll hit you.
What?
I said I'll hit you.
You what?
Good, now your blood's up. Now, tell me where your wife is.
My wife?
Yes, where is she?
She's at a meeting.
Certain?
Yes.
What sort of meeting?
Something about an orphanage.
Did you part as friends?
No, not as friends.
As enemies, then. What did you say to provoke her?
I said something But it was dreadful, and I regret it. I regret it very much.
Don't regret it. Tell me now.
No, I can't remember.
You see, you've repressed it, or you don't dare remember.
I can't remember.
Doesn't matter. I know what you said. You said you're past it, you old slut. Other men will never want you.
Did I say that? Yes, I suppose I must have done, but how can you know that I did?
I heard her tell the story getting on the ferry.
To whom?
To 4 young students who shared her company. You see, she's developed a taste for chaste young men, just like...
There is nothing wrong in that.
No more than in playing brother and sister when you're mummy and daddy.
Then you've seen her?
Yes, I have. But this is a side that's never been revealed when you are present. And for that reason, you know, a husband can never really know his wife. Were you present when this was taken?
No.
Well, look at it. What does it represent? Nothing as far as I can see but an affected flirt, inviting someone to come and play with her. You notice the cynical line round the mouth that you're never allowed to see? The eyes are seeking out some man who is not you. Oh, her hair trails seductively over her shoulder. Her skirt has managed to slip around her thighs. And she smiles with that calculated abandon reserved only to the predatory species. Demure, waiting for her next victim. Can you see?
Yes, now I see.
Then look out.
For what?
Revenge. When you said she could no longer attract men, you struck to her what is most sacred, the one thing above all others. If you said she'd rope piffle, she'd laugh you round the bed. But as it is, she will strike back. She may be at this very moment.
I must know if it's so.
Then find out.
Well, how?
Watch. I'll help you if you want me to.
What am I to do?
Has your wife any vulnerable point?
Hardly. I think she's 9 lives, like a cat.
That's the boat. She'll be here soon.
Oh, yes, I must go down to meet her.
No, stay here. Look, try and be as rude as you can. If her conscience is clear, you'll cop it. If she's guilty, she'll try and pet you.
Are you so sure of that?
No. She may change her attack and try something different, but I'll follow. I'll be in this next room. I'll listen while you're in here playing the game. Later, we'll change parts. I'll enter the cage and play tricks with the snake. Later, we'll meet at the harbor to compare notes. Now, remember, don't give in. If you feel yourself weakening, knock twice on the floor with the chair.
Yes, all right, but don't go away. I must be sure that you're in the next room.
I'll be there. I wouldn't miss this. Oh, and remember one more thing. Not a word about having met me or having made any new friends while she was away. Not one word. I'll discover her weak point myself. And remember, if she's humming when she arrives, it means she's in a rage. Now, steady!
Bitch!
Little brother. And how much has little brother missed me? Oh, I tell you, I spent an awful lot of money.
You've had a good time, then?
Very. Out of that stupid meeting, though. All those women compensating. Let me see. Say thank you, then.
What mischief have you been up to that makes you kiss me so?
Fact. I'll tell you if you tell me what mischief little brother has been up to.
Oh, nothing much. Mostly bored.
What, all by yourself?
Yes, all alone.
Well, who's been here?
Nobody.
It's funny, I smell smoke and you never... Have you had a woman here?
I? You don't seriously believe that, do you?
But you're blushing. I think little brother is telling little white lies. Come and tell sister what he's got in his conscience. Is he all knotted up there? Wants a breeze. Is that better?
It's better than a tranquilizer.
Tell me what you've been doing while I've been away. Have you done any painting?
No. I've put the shutters up.
What?
Yes, I've given it up. But please don't criticize me for it. I can't help it if I can't paint anymore.
What would you do then?
I shall become a sculptor.
A sculptor? Ooh, more new ideas. Pooh, 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 pooh.
Please don't belittle them. Take a look at that figure there.
Little brother? Well, who is it?
Guess.
Is it Ticky-Ticky-Tack? Ooh, shame, shame, she cried.
What do you think?
I don't know. There's no face on it.
No. But there's so much else that's beautiful.
So I see. I want you now.
No. No more, please.
Who's put it into your head to give up painting?
You're always looking for somebody else behind me and my ideas. Are you jealous?
Yes, I am. I'm afraid somebody might take you away from me.
You're afraid of that? Do you know so well that I couldn't live without you, that no other woman could take your place?
Oh, I'm not afraid of the women. It's your anarchistic friends that feed your imagination.
You are afraid, then? Of what are you afraid?
Somebody has been here. Who? Who's been here?
Don't you wish me to look at you?
Not that way. It's not your usual look.
How am I looking at you?
Way up under the eyelids.
Under the eyelids, yes. I want to see what's behind them.
See all you can. There's nothing that needs to be hidden. But you even talk differently. I've never seen you like this before. Who's been here? Who?
Nobody but my doctor.
Your doctor?
The one from Stromstad.
What did he say?
Well, he said, well, among other things, he said that I was on the verge of epilepsy.
Among other things? Well, what else did he say?
Something very unpleasant.
Well, tell me.
He forbade us to make love.
So that's it. I knew it. I knew it. They want to separate us. I've known it for a long time.
No, you couldn't have known anything because there was nothing to know.
Oh, yes, I have.
How can you see what doesn't exist? What is it that you fear? That I might borrow somebody else's eyes and see the real you, not the mask you fobbed up on me?
Control your imagination, Adolf. Too much of it and the beast in us runs loose.
Where did you learn that? From those innocent boys on the boat?
Yes. There's a lot to be learned from youth.
You're getting quite a taste for youth.
But I've always liked youth. That's why I love you. Do you object?
No, but I should prefer to have no partners.
But little sister's heart is so big, little brother, that there's room in it for many more than him.
But little brother doesn't want any more brothers.
Come to sister then and get his hair pulled because he's jealous. Envious is the word.
No, I don't want to play that. I want to put a face on this figure. Now keep your face this way.
Oh, mercy me, how serious he's become.
Tekla, don't think of me. I want you to think of somebody else.
I think of my latest conquest.
That student.
Exactly. He had beautiful, silky fair hair, and his face glowed with the sun. All I wanted to do was to bite him.
Please keep that expression about the mouth.
What expression?
That cynical, predatory one that I've never seen before.
This one?
Tekla, this is not the time to play, Tekla. I want to... Please. Look, Tekla.
Oh, he should call her Ticky-Ticky-Tack if he
please
wants
be
to be
serious.
desirable to. Is that what he wants?
I'm so angry with you, I could bite you.
Come to the queen of the night and bite her.
Yes, I'll bite her to death. I care for nothing in the world as long as I have you.
And if you don't have me any longer?
I shall just die.
But then you're not afraid of losing me anyway, are you? After all, I'm just an old slut, and no other man would want me.
You've not forgotten my words, then, have you? Forgive me, I take it all back.
Can you explain to me why all at once you're so jealous and yet so cocksure?
No, I can't explain anything. It seems to me at times that our love, was nothing more than a pact between friendly warriors. I can't think of anything that would give me more pain than for him to know that I was unhappy, though I've never seen him.
Why don't you keep calm then?
No, you upset me constantly with your flirtations. Why must you play that kind of game?
It's not a game. I have a need to be admired all the time. That's all.
But only by men.
Well, of course, you ninny. I'm not excited by women.
Have you heard from him recently?
Not in the last 6 months.
Ever think of him?
No. Last I heard, he was living down on the West Coast. But why are you suddenly so concerned about him?
Oh, I don't know. Just during the last few days while I was alone, I kept wondering what he might have felt if he was alone.
Is your conscience troubling you?
Yes,
Do you feel like a thief?
almost.
Charming. So now women can be stolen as you steal chickens or children. You still regard me as his personal property.
No, I still regard you as his wife. That's a good deal more than property. There can be no substitute.
Don't fret. My lovely bear, don't you realize I've chosen you? I'm committed.
Are you? Are you really? Did you ever love him?
Yes, of course.
And then?
I grew tired of him.
Yes, and if you should grow tired of me?
But I won't.
No, but if someone should come along who had all the qualities you were looking for in a man, then you would leave me.
No, I wouldn't.
But you couldn't love two at the same time, could you?
Yes, why not?
I don't understand. Real love is absolute. Dividing your affection is pseudo-love.
Well, I'm not pseudo. Things exist even if you don't understand them. Not everybody's made in the same mold.
I'm beginning to see.
No, really?
No, really? I don't know why, but this place has suddenly become offensive. Let's go home on the 8 o'clock boat.
What? But I've barely arrived. I don't feel like going home yet.
But I want to.
That's all right, you can go.
But you are my wife.
And you're my husband.
There is a difference between those two things.
If you think that, then you have never loved me. For to love is to give.
To love like a man is to give. To love like a woman is to take. And I have given, given, given.
Pooh, 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 pooh. What have you given?
Everything.
That's a lot. And if it's true, then I must have accepted. And if I've accepted, then that only means I love you. For a woman only takes gifts from her lover.
Lover, yes. It's true. I've been your lover. But I've never been your husband.
But isn't that much more agreeable? Look, if you're not satisfied with the position, let's separate. For I don't want a husband.
I'm beginning to suspect that he, your former husband, wasn't so much of an idiot after all.
Are you beginning to sympathize with him?
Yes.
I begin to feel a little drawn to him myself as I grow more and more tired of acting as a wet nurse. At least he was a man, although he was at fault in being married to me.
And now you're becoming fond of father figures as well as cradle snatching.
There is no limit to what I can like. My heart is open to everybody and everything. Young and old, handsome and ugly, big and small. I love the whole world.
Do you know what that means?
No. No. No, 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 no. I don't know anything. I just feel.
It means that old age is creeping on.
Take care. Don't say that again.
Take care yourself.
Little brother better not play with such dangerous toys.
It's not play.
Oh, it's earnest, is it? All right, then I'll prove you're mistaken. You speak of my men. All right. But you'll never know it. You'll never see it. Though all the rest of the world will know it. You'll have the feeling of being ridiculous, of being deceived. But you'll never get any proof of it, for that's what married men never get.
You hate me, is that?
No. No. I don't think I could ever hate you. But that's because to me you're nothing but a child.
Yes. Yes, at this moment, I am a child. But do you remember how it was after your breakdown, when you couldn't function and just lay in my arms, sobbing? Then I had to be your nurse. I had to see that you washed your hair, that you put on your shoes before you went out. I had to see that there was something to eat. Then I was the man. Not like the man who left you so diminished, but the man who instilled new nervous energy into your limp muscles, who charged your empty brain with a fresh vitality. In building you up, I brought myself down. Remember, I was ill. My illness seemed an annoyance to you when the whole world began to embrace you. And there seemed a desire to be rid of your creditor who'd witnessed your early failure. But when you stole my vitality, you didn't realize that you were also leading yourself to the guillotine. You were a shoot sprung from my stem, and you wanted to cut yourself loose before the shoot had put out roots of its own. My stem couldn't spare its main branch, so branch and stem must die together.
What you're implying, of course, is that you've written my book.
No. That's what you want me to mean in order to prove me a liar. I tried to communicate all the nuances of our shared experience, but your hand organ has just one note.
Yes, but the summary of the whole story is that you've written my book.
No, there is no summary. You cannot reduce a chord into a single note. You cannot simplify a complex nature into a solitary digit. I've made no crass statement such as having written your books.
But that's what you meant.
I did not mean it.
But the sum of it.
There can be no sum without an addition. I have not added anything.
I can do the adding myself.
I believe it. But then I'm not doing it!
But that's what you wanted to do!
No. Don't tell.
Are you sick?
Shut up and leave me.
Do you admit you were unjust a moment ago?
Yes, I admit it.
And do you beg my forgiveness?
Yes. Yes, I beg your forgiveness, but please don't speak to me.
Kiss me then.
Yeah. Don't speak to me. Please don't speak.
You'd better go out and get some fresh air before dinner.
Yes. Yes, I'll go out for a walk.
Don't be too low.
Sans cesse, pour ne faner, cheveux au vent, baisers volés, de rêves mouvants. Bonheur fané, cheveux au vent, baisers volés, des rêves mouvants, que reste-t-il?
It cannot be.
I'm afraid it is. I apologize.
Which way did you come?
By land. I recognize the music, so I do. But I'm not going to stay.
There's no reason why you shouldn't. It's been some time.
Yes, quite some time.
You've changed a great deal.
And you? Younger. And charming as ever. But I'm not going to spoil your happiness by my presence.
Well, if you don't mind, I should like you to stay.
Well, I would like to stay, but I feel that whatever I say, I'm going to offend you.
Oh, sit down a minute. Let me get you a drink. You can never offend me for your tact and politeness itself.
That's very kind of you. But I doubt if your husband shares the same generous view of my qualities.
On the contrary, he's just been speaking of you in the most sympathetic terms.
Oh? Then it's true. Everything becomes covered up by time, like the initials cut on a tree. Even hostility must cease.
He's never been hostile to you, for he's never seen you. As for me, I've always cherished the idea of seeing you come together as friends. Or at least meeting in my presence and shaking hands.
I, too, have longed for such an occasion. Perhaps on the pretext of seeing the woman I have loved more than my life. I hoped also to get rid of the hatred that must have developed instinctively between us and calm the anguish within me.
You understand my hopes and share my longings. Thank you, Gustav.
Oh, I'm a man of small account. My cloistered life could never have satisfied a woman like you, I admit that. But you understand. You who know the human dilemma, what it costs me to make such a confession.
They say it's ennobling to admit one's shortcomings. Not everyone can do it. It takes courage. That's why I respect you, for you were always honest and true.
Not always, not at that time. But they say suffering purifies, and I've suffered.
Poor Gustav. Can you forgive me? Tell me, can you?
Forgive what? I'm the one to ask forgiveness.
Crime. At our age.
Our age, yes. I'm getting older, but you, younger than ever.
You think so?
And you always knew how to dress.
Oh, I learned that from you. Don't you remember how you always chose my clothes? You had an infallible sense of color.
No.
You don't? Why, I remember you being angry with me when I failed to have at least a touch of red about my dress.
No, not angry. I was never angry.
Oh, yes, you were. When you wanted to teach me how to think, don't you remember? For some reason, I didn't use my mind very much then.
Of course you did. Everyone thinks. And you become quite philosophical. Certainly when you write.
Well, Gustav, it's wonderful to see you so calm.
I've never been a troublemaker. I think I can safely say that you had a peaceful time with me.
Perhaps too much so.
I thought you wanted it that way.
Do you think a woman ever really knows what she wants at that age? What with one's mother pushing one into marriage?
Well, now you must be having all the excitement you can wish. There's never a dull moment among artists, they say.
And my husband is no exception.
Do you remember those earrings I bought you?
What, these? I'll wear them for you.
No, please.
But why not? I'll wear them as a reminder that we're not enemies any longer. Besides, you can't buy these sort of earrings anymore.
What would your husband say?
Why should I mind what he says?
Oh, come now. You may be insulting him. You might make him appear ridiculous.
It's that already.
May I help you, perhaps?
Oh, thank you.
That tiny ear. What would your husband say if he could see us now?
He'd weep copiously.
Is he jealous?
Jealous?
Who lives in the next room?
I don't know, but tell me what you're doing about your work.
No, you tell me rather what you're doing. Are you inspiring your husband's work? Oh, it looks like you.
In my husband's eyes.
Oh, it's very like you.
You really think so?
Oh, yes, there, that dimple.
You are absurd. He hasn't been very well just recently.
Oh, poor chap. Do you remember once when we were first married, we lived in this very room? Things were arranged differently then. There was a chest of drawers where that easel is, and over there was the big bed.
Now stop.
Look at me.
Well,
Do you think a person can forget anything that made a very deep impression on him?
No, one can never heal the scars of the past. Or forget the memories of one's youth.
I remember you as such a lovely creature. A sensual child, appallingly conditioned by your parents.
And I remember you as the learned professor, devastating and romantic, who was to save me from my environment.
I'm glad we met again. Talking to you like this is like decanting an old wine that I had bottled myself.
In retrospect, it might be expedient to leave such a vintage year quietly in the cellar.
Oh, have no fear, for now that I'm about to marry again, I've purposely picked out a child whom I can educate to suit myself. For the woman, you know, is the man's child. And if she's not and he becomes hers, then the world's topsy-turvy.
Are you really going to marry again?
I'm going to give it a try. But this time I'm going to tighten the rein so she won't break away.
Is she lovely?
Yes, to me. Strange, now that we've met by chance. I'm beginning to doubt whether it will be possible for me to repeat the performance.
How do you mean?
My roots still grow in you, and the old wounds are bleeding slightly. You're a dangerous woman, Tekla.
Am I? My husband says that men have stopped wanting me.
That means he stopped loving you.
Well, I can never understand what he means by the term love anyway.
Well, perhaps your games have become a little too bizarre. Now you can't find each other at all. It happens.
Is that my fault?
Not at all. Whatever happens is to a certain extent inevitable. If it didn't happen, something else would. Now it has happened, so it too was inevitable.
One thing, you are still a man of discernment. Do you know, I've never met anybody I found so intellectually challenging. Do you realize I'm jealous of your intended wife?
Do you realize I'm jealous of your husband?
I think you better go.
Not without saying a goodbye.
No.
You've been dragged down by a diseased spirit who's infecting you with his own anemia. I'll breathe new life into you.
No, let me go. I'm afraid of you. Let me alone.
Why?
You take my soul away.
And give you my own in return. You have no soul, only an illusion of one.
I should be angry with you for saying that.
You can't. You know I have prior claim on you. Now tell me, when and where?
No. I think he still loves me, and I don't want to hurt him.
He doesn't love you. You want proof? There, see for yourself.
He couldn't.
Now then, tell me, when and where?
He wouldn't. I don't believe you.
When?
He leaves tonight on the 8 o'clock boat.
And then?
Who could be living in there? Making such a noise.
I'll look. I think there must be a dog locked up in there. At 9 o'clock, then.
All right. Hypocrite. He brought it on himself. And he's the one who preached about absolute love.
I think in your case, he means pseudo-love.
Well, I'm hardly... Wait a minute. How could he have known? When I came in, he was hostile. Didn't meet me on the landing. Didn't open the door. Then he made some remarks about boys on the boat. How could he have known? And then he began to philosophize about women. The vision of you seemed to be haunting him. Sculptor. He mentioned being a sculptor. Talking with the same ideas that you used to have.
No, really.
No, really. Now I see it. You hideous monster. You're the one. You were here before. You bastard. You stabbed him to death. You made him believe he was an epileptic. That he had to live a life of celibacy and rebel against his wife to prove himself a man. Yes, it was you. How long have you been here?
I've been here for a week.
And it was you I saw on the ferry.
It was.
And now you think you can trap me.
It's been done.
Not yet.
It's been done!
Like a wolf, you came after my lamb with your villainous plan to break up my happiness. And you were carrying it out before my eyes. But I've stopped you.
Not quite. I came here, and your lamb threw himself into the arms of the wolf. At first, he aroused my sympathy because he reminded me of myself not too long ago. But then he touched the old wounds, the book, you know, and the idiot, so he had to be taken apart. I succeeded, thanks partly to your 4 young men on the boat and to your own irresponsibilities. But then there was you. You had to be taken apart, for you were the mainspring. Just a few turns too many, and then ping.
Are you devoid of any feeling?
Totally. And for that reason, you know, I'm capable of thinking at which you are a mere novice, and acting which you've seen with your very eyes.
And this merely because I hurt your self-esteem?
Don't say merely. I should not pursue this practice of piercing other people's self-esteem, for that is where they're most vulnerable.
Can't you ever forgive?
Yes, I have forgiven you.
You?
Of course. Have I raised a hand against you during all these years? No. I came here only to look at you, and it was enough to burst your bubble. Have I aimed a single criticism? No. Oh, I played a joke or two on your little prince, but he was easy. I don't know why I, the plaintiff, should be defending myself. Tekla, haven't you done anything you feel responsible for?
Nothing at all. Christians say that our actions are governed by providence. Others say we are fated. I was driven by my nature and conditioning into acting as I did. Whatever our beliefs, aren't we all free from liability?
Up to a point, yes. But there is always a line where erosion starts, and then the liability applies in spite of all. And then the creditors appear. Guiltless, but responsible.
And so you came to destroy me.
I came to take back what you've stolen, not what you received as a gift. You've stolen my honor. I could only recover it by taking yours. That, I think, was my right.
Honor. And now I suppose you're satisfied.
Yes, I feel satisfied.
And you're going home to your fiancée.
I haven't got a fiancée, nor am I ever going to have one. I'm not going home, I haven't got a home, and I'm not going to have one. Yes, room 27. Prepare my bill, please. I'll be leaving on the 8 o'clock boat. Thank you.
Can't we at least part as friends?
Friends. Words for you have little or no meaning. Why should we part as friends? Perhaps you would like all 3 of us to live together. Would it satisfy your craving to be liked if I were to say this? Forgive me that you tore my heart to pieces. Forgive me that you disgraced me. Forgive me that you made me the laughingstock of my pupils every weekday for 7 long years. Forgive me that I set you free from parental prejudice and released you from the tyranny of ignorance and superstition. That I made you a princess in my house. That I gave you position and friends. That in total I transformed you from a child into a woman. Forgive me as I forgive you. I've torn up your IOU. Now go and settle your account with the other one.
What have you done with him? Answer me. Where is he?
Why? You still love him?
Yes.
And what happened between us a moment ago, was that also true?
It was true.
Do you know what you are, then?
You despise me?
I pity you. Poor Tekla. I'm almost beginning to regret what I've done. Although I am as guiltless as you are, this may perhaps make you aware of what I felt at that time. Do you know where your husband is?
I think I know.
Now go and settle your other creditor. See if he'll be as generous. Goodbye.
Adolf. Adolf? Adolf, I know you're in there. Stop playing hide and seek, or little sister will come and get you. Adolf! Adolf!
in heaven. Oh, my dearest God, help me. Help me. Help me.